It is Bruins Benders post-game live, presented by the Inside the Rink Podcast Network through InsideTheRink.com and the Inside the Rink YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. Subscribe now and hit the thumbs up. Let's get the comments in the chat. It's already humming tonight. We're back at it. Matty and Smitty for another year of post-games. And tonight was exactly the way we kind of thought things would go as far as style. But the Bruins get a road win in game one of the season here, and their style kind of worked, outshot severely, played a really good in the neutral zone for the most part. Penalty kill was great, and kind of the recipe they're going to have to use. It's not pretty. It's not something that you're going to love to watch all the time, but this is kind of how they need to win.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's sustainable, but no. Look, you a lot of the things that you wanted to see tonight, you saw. Swayman was fantastic tonight. Fantastic. The penalty kill, they killed off a 5-on-3 for 33 seconds, 5-6 penalties. Penalty kill was terrific. And then, that first line, we say if they score, the Bruins have a chance. Pasta had a goal and 2 assists. Geekie had a goal. Lindholm with a goal and an assist, I believe. So, that line comes through, and you end up winning a game in Washington where, like you said, vastly outshot. And I don't think that's a recipe for success. We've talked about that before. If you continuously get outshot, that's not something that's conducive to winning hockey games. You can't have that to continue to happen. But I thought 5-on-5, for the most part, the Bruins were really good. They didn't give up a ton, high danger chances. I think the Capitals had like 15 shots on the power play or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
So, that skews the numbers there a little bit too. And the Bruins scored on their power play. How about that?
How about that one? But it was good. It was,
Bruins go 1 for 2. Caps go 0 for 5 or 6, and you get a W.
Yeah, I thought the first PK was excellent, and it showed a lot of they were aggressive on the penalty kill. They were really making the Capitals make a play, and they killed that first one off, and then they kind of got some momentum from there, and the Capitals had a couple of chances 5-on-3, but they missed the net. But other than that, even 5-on-4, the Capitals didn't get, a ton of really great shots. Maybe the latter couple, but they went 17 minutes without a 5-on-5 shot. The Capitals did. So, the Bruins really sort of trapped in the neutral zone. They were good in their own zone. It was pretty solid. So, that's. I glow, Abby, because I like to call it. I like. I am an angel.
He's an angel.
I'm an angel. I'm immortal.
He likes to light all those things for some reason.
I light up your life. Yeah, I do.
Broadcasting live from inside Chernobyl.
Yeah, right.
Another reason he's glowing. He is nuclear. He is nuclear. Now.
I am. But yeah, it was the kind of game the Bruins are going to have to play. It was kind of a snooze fest for a lot of it. It was a lot of in the neutral zone, not a lot of possession, not a lot of chances for large portions of the game. But that's what the Bruins need to do. I mean, they need to hem people in, and they need to trap, and they need to be good defensively. I thought Charlie McAvoy was good. He had 7 hits, I think they said at one point, one shy of his career high. I thought Hampus Lindholm, after trying to score in his own goal, was decent the rest of the game.
He tried
an own goal, but
who was good? And I'll give him props because I fucking killed the guy many times. Sorry, John, but I have. Mason Lohrei was good tonight.
He was. He was pretty good.
He took a bunch of big hits, but he was solid in his own end. He didn't make any stupid plays. He was what you'd like to see from a young defenseman, maybe starting to learn some of those lessons about, playing stronger in his defensive end. I thought he was good tonight. And he was punished a bunch of times by Wilson, picking his ass up off the ice. But he, even with those hits and having to go in the corners against Wilson and Protas and some big guys on the Caps, he still made plays. He didn't give the puck away in his own zone that led to, goals for the Caps. So, good for Lohrei, and hopefully that's a building block for him for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we hope so. But I thought he was, kind of more decisive with the puck, better with the puck.
Sure.
Especially under pressure. He didn't try to do go in the front of his net or try to do something that was, he got away with the Green Bay Gamblers. He was more succinct in what he was doing, more decisive. Got rid of the puck smartly for the most part today. He took the hits, like you said.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign that he took the hits. Didn't get rattled, which was good too. But it looks like the coaching staff has really, taught these guys the system, and they've talked about how hard of a training camp, and we'll get into that a little bit later because that irritated me a bit. But the whole training camp thing and how hard it was and how refreshing it was that it was so hard to practice hard in the training camp and all that. But it came to fruition because they really seemed as though, other than Casey Middlestat, they really seemed to be doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, Middlestat he's in his own little bubble.
Oh my God,
he's in his own little world. He made a couple of plays tonight that I was not particularly happy about.
No.
He had one in his own zone where he's nowhere to be found. He's the center and he's nowhere to be found, and Wilson just comes down the slot and scores. He was like up in the left wing circle somewhere for some reason. And then in another play, the Bruins have like a 4-on-2 with Joorgi Harju almost right behind Middlestat, and he shoots into the defenseman's fucking shin pads. Like, buddy, what are you doing? What in the world are you doing? You had like so many other options that you could have done that would have made for a better play, but no, I'm going to fire into the defenseman's shin pads. And they're lucky it didn't go the other way for an odd man rush.
No, and he also had another one where he kind of lost the puck on his stick, and the Caps didn't have any 5-on-5 pressure for the longest time. One of the best chances they had up to that point was because Middlestat fucked with the puck, lost it in mid-ice. It was indecisive, and then the Caps had 30 seconds, 40 seconds of some danger in there in the Boston zone, and you just can't. And then the goal from Wilson, where the hell's Middlestat?
Yeah.
Like he was, at the bottom of the screen, like up by the left point somewhere.
Yep.
And Wilson's all alone in the middle. That's sort of the knock on Middlestat. He's masters Middlestat. He's big minus guy. He does some good things offensively, but he does 10 things defensively that screw you.
Yeah.
So he's kind of fool's gold.
I thought the second line wasn't good at all. I mean, other than Arvidsson kind of made his own luck there tonight. I thought he didn't get any help from Middlestat or Zacha. I didn't think either one of those guys was particularly good.
No.
But I thought Arvidsson looked dangerous. I think if you put Arvidsson with some decent players, he probably has a pretty good year. I mean, he had some chances that he should have finished. He had a breakaway chance. And he had a pretty good backhand chance, and then there was another one where he's cutting in front, cutting to the slot, and Middlestat tried to hit him, cutting across the front of the net, and it didn't work out. But he was dangerous tonight, and he had some good chances, and hopefully he can start cashing in on some of those because they're going to need him. They need some other guys to score goals. It can't be that first line the whole time, or they're in big trouble.
No, and that's true. And the first line scores, each guy scores a goal. David Pastrnak has become an elite playmaker. This is a part of his game that just has blossomed second half of last season and now this season, tonight. He passes the puck. Incredibly underrated passer. The pass he made to Elias Lindholm is he had to lunge for the puck, gather himself, turn, and fire a dime to the slot to Lindholm right on his tape so he could backhand it in pretty much an open net. That's an outstanding play.
It really is.
It really was unbelievable. And then, like you said, second line wasn't good. Third line I thought was okay. I mean, was in a couple scrums. It was fine. And then the fourth line was okay. Hustinadinov had a couple of chances where he, really showed his speed. But on that fourth line, what the fuck is Nutty going to do? You know what I mean? It's just like, what are you going to do? But he did show some speed there a few times. And I thought the defense was good. I thought Lindholm was good. The Peeke was pretty good. That the defense played the way they need to play. And of course, Swayman was excellent. I mean, he was on his angles all night long. He had very few rebounds. He was just aggressive. He looked confident. He was big in his net. Like he saw the puck extremely well.
That's the Swayman you want to see. That's the Swayman.
Yeah.
That's the Swayman from the playoffs a couple of years ago. I mean, he was playing that well. He was focused and locked in from the puck drop, opening puck drop. He was. And they need that. They're going to need it all year long. They can't afford to, and look, they held the lead. They held the lead late against a good team that had the most comeback wins in the NHL last year.
Yeah. Right.
Capitals had 24, 25 comeback wins in the last season. And the Bruins didn't give it up. There were some, iffy moments, but, Swayman stood strong and stood tall, and the defense didn't cave, and then they got the empty netter instead of, giving one up 6 on 5. So
they scored an empty netter. I mean, that's the
I mean, those things are all positives. A road win against a good team, didn't give up the lead late, didn't allow a goal scored late. Swayman was good. The defense was good. The PK was good. The power play scored. You only had 2 chances to their 5, but you got the power play goal, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, and I thought that, overall, I just thought that the Bruins played a smart game for the most part. The discipline wasn't. Now look, they took 5 or 6 penalties. I didn't think any of them were really a penalty. Like the Dowd, the one bike, was a Corrali where Dowd kind of jumped and fell. Like I don't even know if there was contact, and they called interference.
Yeah, there was.
There were a couple that was just like, whoa.
The Caps went down pretty easy. The one McAvoy on Ovechkin too. Like his stick maybe hit like the back of his leg, and then he fell down. And he just fell down. Fell down. The very first one, I think, on I don't know, was it tripping call or was it? I don't know. One of the very first ones, the guy went down super easy. Like the stick was not near his skates, and he just went down.
He did, yeah. And then there was one on McAvoy where Ovechkin he got his stick in between his legs, but then Ovechkin turned and fell.
Right,
like that's not a trip. Like he turned and fell. Like it was. Yeah, so and there were a couple that Caps had that were iffy. It was just the beginning of the year. We're going to call penalties by the book, and we're going to try to make shit up. But those penalties won't be called, even in the second half of the season.
No,
well, the postseason for sure they won't be called. For sure. All right, so we're going to get into what we like to call Benders banter here. And that is your comments coming at you. And we have a new sponsor for this, and it's Evolve ABA. Evolve ABA offers consulting services from a board-certified behavior analyst to adult day programs and residences, schools, and even businesses using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Evolve ABA is also pleased to offer staff training and collaboration with parents of children with autism and other special needs wishing to learn more about the science of applied behavior analysis. To learn more about Evolve ABA, call Sean Daly at 774-823-5016 or visit evolveaba.net. And we thank Sean for his sponsorship. And here we go with some Benders banter in the comment section. Adrian, does my sip count if it was an enormous margarita at dinner and I'm still buzzed?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
And look, Smitty took a sip to the people and asked on X what they wanted me to drink, and they voted for Sam's Oktoberfest. So here you go.
I'll tell you what, Sam's Oktoberfest is always a good one. It's going to be like 35 degrees tomorrow morning up in these parts, folks.
Yes, it is.
So batten down the hatches. Get yourself warm before it
it's
gets
fucking
cold.
hockey season, right?
Yeah.
Hockey season. Hockey weather's coming. This is the way it's supposed to be.
This is
it's not supposed to be 80 fucking degrees in hockey season. It's
no. I mean, be a hockey player for fuck's sake.
Yeah, Jesus. All these Florida teams winning cups, and now everybody thinks it's supposed to be 85 and sunny, and people wear flip-flops to the rink. That's bullshit. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be cold and miserable and slushy and raining and whatever. And you drink and you get through it.
You do. You do. You're not up.
That's right.
All right. Rob Spector says, here's a question. Who has a greater probability of possession? Lucifer himself with a newborn child suspended in a jacuzzi filled with holy water, or these Boston Bruins with puck in the offensive zone? It's a tight one.
Yeah.
I might need more analysis over the coming games.
I'm going to go with Lucifer.
Yeah. At the first line scores all three. And that's going to happen at time. Last year, they scored, 75% of the goals at the end of the season? Like it was absurd. So it's going to happen again. And you're going to have to, hopefully Arvidsson scores 20. Like Zacha scores 15.
Yeah, you need 15. You really, really need that second line.
You do.
Arvidsson especially to score goals. Like you really need some production from them. And it wasn't there tonight. And I'm not sure Middlestat's the answer there at center. Like
I am not.
I really feel like Pavel Zacha should be playing center there.
Maybe
and Middlestat should be scratched, and they should give Poitras or somebody with Blumel, somebody with a shot mentality or a chance there on the second line to see if they can find something. Because
do you know why Casey Middlestat will not be scratched?
Because they make money.
Because he makes $5.75 million. That's why.
That's the reason. But it shouldn't be the reason. I mean, general managers and Donnie Sweeney can say it all he wants. Oh, the best player will play. Well, not necessarily.
No, that's not true at all.
If you're paying a guy $6 million, he's going to play whether he's better than the guy making $1.5 million or not. It doesn't matter. The $6 million man's going to play. And it may cost you games because Middlestat is a train wreck in his own zone.
He's rough. He really is. And like I said, there's going to be some games where he gets an assist or a goal or looks pretty good offensively, but defensively, you got to keep an eye on that because it's just not great. And I'll tell you what, the only way Matt Poitras can make this lineup is that if he can beat him out, like he has to be second line center. He can't be a wing because he's not going to win battles. I want him at center. He can't be a third or fourth line center because you're going to play him with a bunch of schmoes. He's got to be the second line center if he's anything on this team or in this organization. So he has to be that. And if Middlestat's blocking him, then that's going to be an issue, especially if Middlestat keeps shitting down his leg in the slot defensively. Like that's just
the problem with that is that James Higgins is going to come and take that job from either Middlestat or Poitras. At the end,
I see Poitras being bye-bye
next year.
Yeah, I think Higgins is the better version potentially of Poitras, and Poitras will be included in a deal either at this trade deadline or in the offseason. I don't think he's long for this organization at all. They may sort of disguise it as he's going to get more time and we love him and all that. I don't think that's true. Like you said, I think Higgins slides in there, and I think Poitras, he's not going to be a third or fourth line center. Can't be a wing, so he's going to be gone. And it's too bad for him, but maybe he gets a chance somewhere.
Yeah.
Pejman says, optimistic Smitty on pace for 82-0. You betcha.
You betcha, sweet ass. And Marco Sturm gets his first win as an NHL coach tonight.
Congrats, Marco Sturm, who we loved as a player, and you know what? Kind of like as a coach right now.
Yeah.
Real quick about the training camp thing. Because before I forget
the training camp thing.
Before I forget how much I want to scream about it. It's look at Zadorov says, boy, it was really refreshing. The training camp was as hard as it's been, and it's really, blah, 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 blah. Look, it's one, a dig at Montgomery, and two, sort of an acknowledgement of Sturm and trying to help him out to try to legitimize him as the head coach, I think. The problem was you had Butch Cassidy here where you fucking half the team didn't forced out. because he was too hard and he was too this and he was too that. I mean, pick a lane. Like, seriously, do you want it to be hard, or do you want it to be soft? Like, do you want it a player's coach, or do you want someone up your ass? Like, it's, I don't, to me, save it, save it. Like,
well, Zadorov wasn't here when Cassidy was here.
Well, that's true. That is true. He was here with Montgomery was here though.
Yeah. So
that last training camp was a disaster.
It was,
and we said that at the time.
We did. What we said? Why are they playing all the Providence Bruins? Yeah. No one's getting any chemistry. They took, October was a lost month because they were still getting acclimated. Even McAvoy said when he was asked about this training camp, said essentially the same thing. Like, he was talking about chemistry and being able to get chemistry with the new guys. And, the camp was harder and, they played more games and all that stuff. That was all that stuff was shots at Montgomery and how soft and relaxed the camp was last year.
And we said that because they had guys coming back from injury. They had new guys and there was no chemistry and it came out like a wet fart to start the season.
Sure.
At least tonight, they showed that, look, they were prepared to play tonight. Like they played the style they needed to play. Are they super talented? No. But they played with some structure, with some chemistry, with some motivation, some jam and all that other crap, that in the piss and the vinegar and all that stuff tonight. And it led to a win. Dan Maynard, all the way from Australia. What are your thoughts on Minton becoming a full-time Bruin? He seemed decent in the preseason. He was decent in the preseason. I didn't see much of him tonight. I didn't really hear his name called all that much tonight. But I think he was fine. He had made a good play in this defensive zone in the third period, I think, about 8 minutes left. And I think that they need Fraser Minton to be pretty good, to be honest.
Like, if he's going to be the third line center and chip in a little bit offensively and learn and be reliable 200 feet and play with, Jeannot and Eyssimont, and maybe those guys can chip in a little offensively. I think he can be, your version of, Charlie Coyle, obviously a poor man's version of Charlie Coyle, because Charlie was better offensively, I think. But he's learning on the job right now. So I think, he fits in well in that third line slot. If he can find maybe, in a year or two and they put him with a little bit more offensive talent, then, I think that's a pretty good spot for him. If he can stay the reliable 200-foot guy and then, evolve his offensive game a little bit.
No doubt about it. Adrienne says that she says, heck yes, applied behavior analysis. I'm a special education professor. Well, I am a special education teacher, Adrienne. I'm a life skills teacher. So
you guys are all special.
We're all special. All of us are uniquely special, like snowflakes. Like each snowflake is unique.
and everyone in the comments is special too.
Oh God, you guys are special. Special can be. T-Boz is back. He's alive. We were concerned at one point.
We thought Connor killed him and chopped him up.
Yeah, something happened. Yeah. Middlestat is a bag of flaming Halloween shit. Nice to have you back, T-Boz. Yeah, and Brazzers did have 2 goals
with some candy corn sprinkled right in that shit too.
Yeah, Brazzers had 2 goals.
Brazzers had 2
for the Penguins.
Yeah.
Travis is back. We got to be more disciplined with the penalties. Correct, Travis. I mean, they're going to play edgy. They're going to play hard to play against, and all those key words. They like to throw jam and piss and vinegar and all that. It's going to lead to some penalties. I mean, if you're edgy. And you're tough to play against, all that stuff, you're gonna make contact. You're gonna have penalties. So the penalty kill has to be really good all year long.
Yeah, and they started off well tonight. Hopefully that will continue. I'm sure there'll be some ups and downs there because I think they put some guys on the penalty kill that haven't really played it before. I think Jeannot is playing penalty kill for the first time, either ever or in a lot of years. And they got Minton out there and some. Zacha's a pretty good penalty killer. They miss Beach on the penalty kill, don't they?
Beach. They do miss Beach. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this Providence Bruins team that everybody's so hot and horny about. Like, this team is going to be the greatest team in Calder history.
Yeah.
This is going to be an AHL historical
They're gonna what do you get in the AHL? Instead of the President's Trophy,
less pay.
You get the Vice President's Trophy.
You do. You get what do you get? Do you get the Vice President's Trophy? Yeah. Do you get the Speaker of the House Trophy, or what do you get? The Mayor Trophy? I don't know. They're gonna get whatever that is
for having the best record in the AHL. Sure. Providence Bruins are gonna have a pretty good team.
Yeah,
go down there, check it out.
Yeah, Blumel 39 goals last year. Steve's had 36 or something. Yeah. Plus they got Poitras and Beach. Is Beach going down?
No, Beach is up here
because they're on the ninth floor.
You claimed because people love their cast off Bruins players.
One more thing. This waiver claim bullshit.
Matty's the one on the rants. It's not me anymore.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm just back here having fun.
I'm telling you. Everybody's up in arms. We're gonna lose Blumel. We're gonna lose DiPietro. Your players aren't good, and the ones who don't make the roster are worse. Nobody wants them. No one's going to take them and put them on their NHL roster. Look at the forward lines. Where's Blumel going to play on any other team in the world? Like, he's not going to play on any of those teams. So they weren't going to lose anybody. I mean, that's just I tweeted it out. I'd be stunned if someone claimed one of those Bruins players, and they didn't, because your players aren't that good. You
had the fifth worst team in the league last year. People aren't claiming players from the fifth worst team.
Oh my God. The other podcasters of the world out there that were just up in arms. I mean, do you pay attention? Like, do people pay attention?
I don't think they watch the games as closely.
I don't think they do. We watch the games and scrutinize it and analyze it, and we know how sucky we are. Like, we're not pulling any punches about it.
No.
Joe Bandera. Welcome back, Smitty and Matty, to a new season. Not a bad game outcome, thanks to Pasta. Yeah, and you're going to have a lot of thanks to Pasta all year long, Joe. I mean, you're going to need Pasta to be 150 points.
We talked about it before, but he should, every year that he puts up the point totals he puts up with the roster that's around him, he should get hard votes. He should. He should be in the conversation for league MVP.
He 100%. And if he drags this team to the postseason, he should absolutely be in the Hart Trophy thing, and he should get it. He should get the Hart Trophy. And I'll tell you right now, I think DraftKings where it was plus 1,800. I'd throw some jack on that.
I'd throw some jack on that.
Yeah. Eight plus 1,800. I wouldn't put any money on the plus 15,000. They ought to win the Stanley Cup.
How about this one though? I don't know what the odds are, but over under points for the Bruins. I think it's 80.5 on DraftKings.
It's 80.5 now. It was 79.5, but it's 80.5.
I think
I have them at 78, so I would go under slightly.
So you have them the same exact point total as last year.
Yes, 78 again. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I predicted in the last episode that they would win the first 2 games of the season, still miss the playoffs. So here we are. Already correct.
Make it. Optimistic Smitty's here.
You haven't made it.
I think they're gonna make it. I do.
You haven't made it. Sure. Yeah.
I think I said last year they weren't. I said last year they had one of the worst. I said they got worse than the year before, and they did.
Yeah, they did. You were right on it. You knew they were.
I think they're gonna bounce back. They're gonna have bounce back seasons from a lot of people.
Okay.
They're gonna make it.
Okay. Jonesy hates athletes talking in the third person. So Jeremy Swayman says, Jeremy Swayman's feeling excellent. He's a brand new human being.
A whole new human.
He's a whole new human.
Jeremy Swayman.
So far, he's correct. First and fourth lines, TKB. First and fourth lines look good. Second and third, a little scary. I agree with you. Swayman on point, boys. Yep. Yeah, that was good analysis right there. TKB Hakala. What's that?
TKB watches the games too.
He watches it intently. T. Hakala. Sway's best save may have been on Hampus early. That was a little dicey.
That was dicey.
Right off the top of the stick there, and man, that would have been a disaster.
It would have been a disaster.
Bruins 1970 starting to finally see some structure and purpose in our own end. I agree with that. Travis says, Smitty and Matty, is it time for me to go streaking naked after game 1 of the season? I'd wait till maybe the weekend.
Yeah, wait till the weekend.
If Chicago comes in and blows your doors off, then maybe we'll have to. They've been waiting. They had practice at TD Garden today. That's a great scheduling.
Yeah.
You're gonna have your home opener with a team who's been practicing in your own fucking rink.
Yeah,
for the day before. Great.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, Travis, I would take like one sock off now, and then slowly, piece by piece, we can work our way up to it.
Yeah, let's strict poker this thing.
What is it? Thanksgiving? If by U.S. Thanksgiving,
U.S.
playoff,
U.S.
in the playoff chase by U.S. Thanksgiving. So look, I think Thanksgiving morning, have a slice of apple pie. Maybe make yourself a turkey sandwich, and then hit the center of town.
Yeah,
fucking
be like you could be like the movie American Pie. You could just
like the fucking wind, right to the center of town with a gobbler and a
you could just hump the shit out of some apple cobbler. Yeah. Rob Spector question: who is more likely to earn spot in October, Mason Lohrei or the third Spirit Halloween off of Exit 3 on Route 128 past Duncan? I'll tell you what, Frederick Brunet is dying, Rob, to take that gentleman's spot. He's dying. He's going to be there.
Lohrei was pretty good tonight. He was
okay. Yeah.
He was pretty good. He you didn't notice him in a bad way tonight. Other than getting fucking killed by Tom Wilson.
Oh my God.
Other than being under Tom Wilson half a minute.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you're taking a hit and still not giving the puck away, taking a hit from Tom Wilson and not giving the puck away, that's a win in my book. If he's out there and the other team is not scoring, that is a win in my book. The guy was minus 100 million last year. So anytime he takes a shift and the other team doesn't score, that's a win. And if he can build on that and build on that and build on that, and then the offense starts to come, now we're cooking with gas. Now we got something. Look at me all optimistic and shit.
Oh man, you are just so
it's
optimistic.
A whole new season.
It's getting soupy in here. I need to put my boots on. It's getting a little damp in here. Sticks and pucks. Hey, from Missoula, Montana. So glad to see the Bees back in meaningful games. Welcome back, boys. Sip is homebrewed Duncan. Can't get store made out here. I wouldn't think so. Out in Montana. T-Bot says Matty is right. Let's get back on the McKenna path. I think it's going to be an organic situation there. I think we're organically going to get on the McKenna
I want to get McKenna. And if you're asking me off the air privately, I do not think the team is very good. But my public face this year
I don't think they're very good either. And I don't think they're going to be very fun to watch either.
No, no.
Another thing. That's another thing. Rob Spector says, question, who is eating more shite in the local media? These Washington Capitals losing to the Bees or the Skankies getting bounced by Toronto? That was a shame. That Schlittler gave it up early.
Gave it up.
T. Hakala, unrelated to this game, but the big free agent class in the coming summer is already down a few biggest names. It is, and that's a good point because Kaprizov and Connor and Eichel and McDavid all re-signed. And now you're getting into the Patrick Laine's, and then after that, it gets even worse. Like there's not anything there.
We
said that. Yeah,
we said it was going to happen. We said none of these guys would get to free agency. Big name guys do not leave.
They don't.
Their teams. They don't. Unless there's a situation like Marner where, there's he wants out and the fan base or the media, is unhappy with him and that causes the player to be disgruntled or whatever. That doesn't usually happen.
No, it doesn't. It's so they're going to have to build this thing by the draft into some development. And that scares the shit out of me. I mean, how would it not scare you? Like that they haven't developed anybody. And now they're going to name Adam McQuaid director of player development and now develop everybody. How
many, I'm sorry to interrupt. You know how many drafted skaters the Bruins had on the ice tonight?
Oh my God, that's a great question. I'm going to say drafted
on the ice.
I'm going to say, so with goalie included?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know of 3 off the top of my head, and then Lohrei 4. 4?
4.
Oh my God, really?
And Johnny Beecher makes 5 on
the team. My God.
5 motherfucking draft picks.
Oh my God. 5. What a great fucking fact that is. That's a nice pick by you. Wow. That's exactly who I thought it was too. Jesus, really?
Yeah.
That says everything you needed to say, doesn't it?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, oh
Not
my
good.
God.
Not good.
So ergo,
Yeah.
you're gonna have them draft and develop, 5 or 6 guys in the next 3 years. Sweet. Yeah,
You
it
hope so.
looks good. Stars are aligned.
You and all of us better fucking hope so.
Oh my God.
Better fucking hope they develop some of these guys. Either that or the guys are just so good that they don't need the Bruins to develop them, and they're already,
Yeah, you got to draft really high and make sure that they're good.
Sure.
Gavin McKenna is he's not gonna give a shit how bad of a coach Chris Kelly is.
No.
He's just gonna go fucking play.
Right.
That's what you need. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I just have this feeling like Gavin McKenna to the Flyers.
I saw one of those draft.
They do the random reel thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had the Bruins picking 5th, and they picked some random guy with a weird name.
Yeah,
but Gavin McKenna went first to the Blackhawks. So McKenna and Bedard
and Nazar.
And it had the Bruins' other pick at 24, the one from the Leafs.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Andrew Peterkin. Wilson yapping after nailing Essie, but unwilling to oblige Kastelic. Yeah, he didn't oblige early. And then late, he's barking up a storm.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just drop him earlier? You know what I mean? First game of the year, drop him. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zadorov was standing there and just calling him a pussy, I think. He was just like, look, you didn't fight.
Yeah.
You didn't fight.
Michigan Mike, Bruins Benders have gone to the dark side, advertisers. Well, Mike, here's the thing. We do this. We have 12 podcasts in the next 17 days. And we don't get paid a red cent. So I think we need a little bit of Jack to help us justify staying up.
We got to make ends meet.
You got to pay. Give me a little bit of scratch for doing this.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
Nat Pat gave us some scratch, $5.
Yeah,
Pat's always good for a little $5. I don't know where that fucking money goes. It's in YouTube land. So it's in my YouTube account. I have no idea where it is.
Doesn't go to us. I think.
I have no idea.
I think producer Connor is buying coffee with that shit or something.
Yeah, he does. He's buying the little Swisher sweets or whatever and smoking them.
Yeah.
It definitely taking care of everything to Tampa this year. So
yeah,
there you go. Goes to Tampa. Goes to a $5 bill. Now he's putting in someone's G-string.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Throw a 5 in his G-string any day.
Yeah, I think all the money goes to Connor's weed habit. I think is where it goes.
I think that's 100%.
I wish.
Yeah.
Dan Maynard says Pasta actually looked happy out there on the ice tonight. Big improvement from last year. I think he's feeling positive about this current team. He said some of the right things in the media. He showed great leadership last year. He plays hard. He plays every night. He's playing a more well-rounded offensive game. He's playing better defensively. It says a lot when he's out there on the empty net. Like he's out there. Like, Ovi's not out there on the empty net, opposing empty net. And he's on his own empty net, but not the opposing empty net. He doesn't do that. So Pastrnak's out there, and they have a lot of trust in him, and he's really developed his game over the years. I hate the narratives that he's not a great defender and all that. I think he's an adequate defender. I think he's fine. I think he's fine physically. I think he's a better passer than people think. I think he's a much more well-rounded player. I think he's a top 10 player in the league.
Absolutely.
So, at least top 5, even maybe you can convince me. Yeah. So, I just think he's
Pasta's agent just clipped that for
the. You can convince me to buy a David Pastrnak white road jersey for the Stadium Series.
Yeah,
because I will.
I do love those white. I wish they wore them at home.
I love those new white road ones. Love them.
I wish someone tweeted at us tonight about wearing them whites at home, and I agree with you. They should go back to the whites at home.
Yeah.
But
how about the Bruins? Did you see this earlier? I mean, I'm talking to the people in the comments because we had it on a checks chain. But Fanatics posted a graphic a couple of days ago about the top 5 jersey sales in the off season, and they listed David Pastrnak was 5th, but they had him listed as Kevin Pastrnak Fanatics. Kevin.
Yeah, they did, Kevin.
And the Bruins tonight, after Pastrnak scored, little troll job said, "That a boy, Kevin," from the Bruins Twitter account.
Yeah.
Little shot at Fanatics.
Yeah, they did.
Do.
They would everybody was calling him Kevin all night long when he scored.
Yeah,
because that's actually fucking hilarious.
If
you're Fanatics, okay, and Fanatics is just a poorly run operation, but if you're Fanatics and you cover all these different sports, wouldn't you have some people who follow these sports and are pretty in tune with these sports, and not just some marketing intern who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing? Call one of the best players in the league the wrong first name.
Yeah. I mean, I volunteered my services. I said to Fanatics, I would be happy to proofread for you. And I would probably save them millions of dollars a year just in proofreading alone.
I'm with you. And I would do that for very limited pay. Let me just handle it.
They would have to pay me. They would have to pay me good money because I would save them millions.
Yeah, you would.
I would save them millions, so they would have to pay me handsomely to do it. But I would do it, and I would do it.
You know what you should be? You should be the hockey version of Hogdale, that clown pants who does the Red Sox and Patriots on Barstool. Yeah.
So we should be come on and instead of doing post game lives, I should just do play by play of the game that's going on,
and swear and name call and everything, and then they'll sign you to a lucrative deal.
Well, I mean,
we'll lose you, but
and I'm available, so
you can make guest appearances on our little podcast.
Yeah, somebody should tell them about me.
Yeah. Question for Rob Spector: who is better at social media? Any Fanatic social media manager or the Alva City Dog Pound in Oklahoma?
The Alva City Dog Pound in Oklahoma is much better. Yeah. Because they save dogs too. I'm willing to bet, some
T-Ball's got a $600 Pasta Millennial jersey for free because of Fanatics shenanigans.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Jesus.
If I was fucking proofreading for them, that wouldn't have happened. But I'm glad for you, T-Boss. Certainly.
Yeah, we're glad, and we're glad you're back, and we're glad you're all back.
We are glad
on this program. It's a post game again. We have done post games now. It's our second year doing post games. It's our fifth year doing this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And we're happy to be back again. We got, like I said, 12 podcasts in 17 days coming up. The condensed schedule is a killer. It's a killer. All right,
I'm gonna throw this out there because there's been some whispers that other people are the first ones to do live games.
Jesus Christ.
And said that they're the only ones who do it. We were the first ones to do it. We started doing it in the playoffs last year, 2 years ago. Yeah. And then we did it all last year.
Everyone.
And now we're doing it again this year. So
and it's interactive. He said it was the first interactive one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently you all don't exist.
No.
And they don't think that we talk to the fans and conversate with the fans.
We are the podcast for the fans.
We are the podcast for the fans. And I'd like to just pour some cold water on that.
And I'll tell you what, our podcast is sick.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. It's sick, dude.
It's sick, dude.
3 up, 3 down is what we're going to do after every post game, after every game.
Yeah, we're going to do
3
that.
Up, 3 down. We'll start with the ups. How about up number 1? Jeremy Swayman, outstanding. 36 saves. Outstanding.
Outstanding, absolutely. I mean, there's not much more you can say. He was, if not the reason they won, obviously one of the top 3 reasons they won. Hence, number 1 in 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah, no doubt. Number 2, Pastrnak. David Pastrnak with a goal and 2 assists. I think he assisted on the Geekie one too. Gave him that pass to Springer.
He did. Sure did.
So 3 points for Pasta.
3 points.
Again, just one of the great players. And I'll tell you what, if Kaprizov's making what he's making, $17 million a year, then Pastrnak is. I mean, that's a steal.
Oh my God! Ever
his contract is a steal. And then number 3. is the penalty kill.
Yeah.
You put Peeke, not Peeke Subban. The penalty kill was outstanding. It was terrific. And I loved how aggressive it was. It has to be great. It has to be great. They have to get back to like top 5 in the league penalty kill. And they also scored a power play goal, but the PK was great. Yeah.
I'll settle for top 10 PK. I'll settle for top 10 in both. You want to give me top 10 PK, top 10 power play? This team's going to the playoffs. You do shit.
It's going. Yeah.
All right. Down. Number 3, we'll just go Ovi, Alex Ovechkin. He had some chances, but, didn't do much, didn't score. So, we were kind of struggling to find a third down there. Tom Wilson, number 2, for beating the bag on a Mason Lohrei, scoring the goal.
And then being a complete puss.
And then being a puss and not dropping the gloves with Kastelic, because everyone wants to see Mark Kastelic and Tom.
They want to see that.
Yeah, they want to see that. And Kastelic wanted to get that thing done on game 1, wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
A couple of big hits on Lohrei and Kastelic trying to stick up for his teammate, and Wilson wouldn't let him. So Wilson was number 2. And then number 1 is the new Masters champion, Mr. Casey Middlestat, who, struggling to play in the defensive zone, didn't show much offensively, which is supposed to be his forte. So if you're not doing anything offensively and you're not doing anything defensively, and they're scoring goals when you're out there, not a great sign.
That's the recipe for disaster.
Sure is.
T-Boz says, chat room, no one does this like Matty and Smitty, so feel good about being here. They are truly sick. Gas sick. Michigan Mike, sip tonight. Frey Ranch Uncut. Sounds delicious.
What that is, but drink up.
Yeah. Adrian says the live chat disappears after the show. This is a good point, actually. So they'd have to listen to realize how interactive this is. That's actually probably a decent point. Maybe they don't know that we are in the chat with the fans, with the people.
I'll see if there's something in YouTube settings that we can fix to make that swap.
Yeah.
I have seen it on a lot of live videos. I didn't
know what? I don't care whether they listen or not. I really don't. As long as we're here and you all are here, everybody else can off.
You know what? I've always gone with the sort of the mantra that if you do it right and you do it well, the cream rises to the top. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about everybody else. If you do your thing right, then you're good. Worry about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what we do over here. We'll get more and more and more. We grew exponentially last year. We'll do it again this year.
Yeah.
It's
just put your head down and grind it out.
Yeah, we're just gonna grind. We're gonna be full of piss and vinegar this year.
Yeah, we are.
That's how we're gonna play.
Yeah. Or maybe you are. I'm fucking sunshine and rainbows.
You are sunshine and rainbows. You are farting fucking unicorns. Unicorn fucking jizz.
Shit.
You're just rainbows. Yeah. Rob Spector has a Teeling blend tonight for the sip. Tomorrow, special sip. He's cracking a new vault bottle, says T-Boz.
I miss T-Boz's sips, man. I miss
man.
So
high end.
So he says, sorry, John, T-shirt, Benders Rocks glass, sip of the win, Old Forester, 1924, 10-year distillery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I miss T-Boz's sips. Yeah. He brings out the good stuff.
Zach Hay says, Gibson's finest rare. Pretty smooth by the fire pit. Nice job, Zach.
Yeah.
I look like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. I do. You do. Ooh.
You got to get like a ring light or something to bring out your,
I do.
Strong face.
Bring out my eyes.
Yeah.
T Hakala, hard podcast to play against. For sure.
We are.
Sure. For sure. Oh my goodness. All right, look ahead. Tomorrow night, 7:00, home opener, Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago's 0-1. Lost a tight 1-3-2 at Florida. Spencer Knight in goal was very solid for them. Blackhawks are waiting in Boston. They practiced at TD Garden today. Frank Nazar, rising star.
Yes, look real
Connor
good.
Bedard, speed, youth. But I'll tell you this. The reason why I like the Bruins in this one is because of their structure. And if they play the same sort of structural defensively and really frustrate the young guys, I think that they'll come out on top if they play their style.
I agree with that. I think they could force some mistakes from some of the young guys and maybe capitalize on some odd man rushes the other way. But the speed of the young guys does, give me some pause and makes you a little worried about, if they get past that initial trap, kind of neutral zone trap, and come in with some odd man rushes, the Bruins could be in trouble. So,
yeah. So I think if they really, smother them in the neutral zone, it should be a victorious night with the home opener. We did have a poll on X.
Yes.
And the poll was, what are your season predictions for the Bruins? Gavin McKenna sweepstakes, 23%, playoffs, 29%. No McKenna and no playoffs, double whammy, 46%. And Stanley Cup contender, there's a couple of optimistic Smitties out there at 2%.
Yeah, I did not vote. Stanley
56
Cup.
votes, and half of them say no McKenna.
69% say no playoffs. All you fucking Debbie Downers out
69%.
there.
69%. Debbie Downers. Debbie Downers. Hey, hit the Bruins Benders merch. Get yourself some rocks glasses and so forth
together.
Yeah, so that we don't have to have any advertisers. So Michigan Mike doesn't get pissed at us.
Yeah.
20% off with code Sorry John on the QR code there on your screen. All sorts of merch on there.
Yeah, if you buy more merch, we can drop all the advertisers. I mean, we won't, but we
won't, but we'll keep the advertisers. But we'll also put some extra, jack in our pocket. You know what? We'll spread it out to you folks. We'll do something fun. What the hell?
Got to head to Vegas for the $5.50 hot dog.
Oh, that's a great little thing at Vegas. They have the $5.50.
Yeah,
$5.50 meal deal or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
The menu of $5.50 items. That's great. Bruins will never do
that. We're moving the Bruins Benders podcast around the last couple of years. We've done a road trip to Montreal. Before we were a podcast, we went out to Vegas.
We did.
We're going down to the Stadium Series this year, so you guys will see all kinds of stuff arise from that. But then the following year, we're going to take the podcast on the road. So you guys should let us know what away venue we should go to. We're thinking maybe Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Could be one.
Could be. Could be.
Back to Vegas again. So let us know what you think. And we'll
good spot. Maybe Colorado. Maybe go see Jonesy and see the Avalanche.
Colorado. Toronto might be a good one. Chicago is always a good one.
Especially if Gavin McKenna. We'll go with Gavin McKenna goes. How's that?
Yeah, T-Boz is in Chicago, so maybe we can,
Oh, he's in Chicago now? He's not in Tampa anymore?
Yeah, no, he moved. That was the whole fucking thing.
Oh, that's what he was? Was he fucking Zorro?
Yeah, he moved into my backyard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's why he was dismembered in Connor's farm. That's why.
Yeah.
He's in Chicago now.
Oh, he says Tampa.
He kept the house.
All right.
Tampa. God damn it.
That case says, Nashville or Colorado.
I think there's some
rent out the house, T-Boz.
So T-Boz is just fucking living large. He's got a house in Tampa and a place in Chicago. No wonder he can afford fucking 40-year-old bottles of bourbon. Not a boy.
Well, if you're around, T-Boz, you're gonna come see us when we're gonna be down there at the.
We're gonna be down there for the Stadium Series.
Yeah, come over and we'll
come hit us up.
Share some spirits.
Yeah,
there's some great discount codes out here.
Yeah,
in the chat. Adrienne said discount for code Optimistic Smitty.
Yeah.
And then a 30% off with code Piss and Vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Piss and Vinegar. Yeah.
We'll come up with some new coupon codes this year and we'll run some merch specials and hopefully you guys will take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Good to see you folks again. Tomorrow night. Let's do it again. Yeah. Tomorrow night. Roughly 9:30ish or whatever after the Bruins game. After the Bruins get a win, they're second in a row. Let's do it. Let's do it again tomorrow night. Until then, as always, go Bruins.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.